I first came across Stephen Chan in an article about him being asked to leave a shopping mall. The article shocked me that Malaysians could be so heartless. He was with his seeing eye dog. I was keen to meet him, and the launch of the MNC Sachi Kuala Lumpur and Chan's NGO Save One Side Mission CSR campaign provided that opportunity. The event was MNC Sachi CSR project to provide special self-adjustable spectacles to underprivileged children through Chan's NGO.
Well, I am age 52 now. I was an active businessman, and at the age of 40, I was infected with glaucoma, which I later found out it was an eye disorder that has got no cure. It never come across my mind that I will be one day having an eye problem, because up to then my eyesight was perfect. I don't wear glasses at all. So when glaucoma hit me, I was really in a shock, and then surgeries after surgeries, many doctor treatments, but still by the time I turned 45 in 2007, I lost my eyesight completely. So now I'm totally blind, and it took me a year to come out of this depression and to go into community work, to create as much awareness as I can about glaucoma, because it's no symptom, there's no sign at all. So it's a very dangerous eye disorder, and as of now, though there is no official statistics, but there's an estimate of nearly 100,000 Malaysians are affected by it. And worldwide, there's more than 70 million people right now, and it's growing. So when we started the Glaucoma Society, we moved on, we came across even more eye problems, different people coming over with all sorts of eye problems, and even diabetics, having eye problems. So that lead us to form another non-profit organization, which is SOSM, Save One Side Missions Berhad, and that's where we begin to even do many more programs, not just on glaucoma, but on other eye disorders as well. Yeah.
Could you tell us about this facility that you have?
This is Dialogue-in-the-Dark. It's a social business enterprise, meaning that all the profits that we earn from this exhibition here goes back to the community works that we do. Dialogue-in-the-Dark is from Germany. It's been around for the last 25 years, and whenever anyone asks me to explain what Dialogue-in-the-Dark is all about, it's imagine you are now going into a world without eyesight, and now without your eyesight, you have to rediscover the world around you. So this exhibition is about experience, allowing the public to go in there, and they go to experience what they experience in their daily lives. Like, for example, taking a walk in a park, walking around in the city, going to the beach, or even having a drink at kopitiam, but without eyesight. It's completely dark in there. You can't even see your fingers in there. No matter how you stretch and open your eyes, you can't see anything. So through this experience, many of them would have really a different perspective towards what's around them. We often hear many of our visitors and even participants saying how now they appreciate what they have, and especially their eyesight, and also, of course, because the guides that are working here, they are all visually impaired. So in a way, it helps us to let the public understand the life of the visually impaired, and to really know that they are actually no difference if given the opportunity to work, to do what they can do. Yeah.
So who have experienced this? Are you targeting certain people, or just open to the public?
No, it's open to the public. We also conduct education school tours. So school does bring their children here to have the school tours. And of course, corporates, we conduct business workshop, teamwork training, leadership training through Dialogue in the Dark. Because all this training is done in complete darkness. Yeah, and so far we have served quite a number of corporates. Yeah.
Why would the corporates come and experience it?
Well, in a way, it's a teamwork training with a difference. Yeah, it's a well-established training program. Dialogue in the Dark has been around 25 years. Our training program has been around for the last 8 years. It makes its debut every year at the economic forums, World Economic Forums, and they have served more than 500 organizations all over the world. You're talking about big corporates. It's a proven training model. And on top of that, with the support from the corporate companies, they're actually helping to sustain a social enterprise, a CSR project. So on one hand, they get their training value. Yeah. On the other hand, by supporting us, they are also helping the disabled community. So it's a win-win situation for both parties. Yeah.
Who finances the facility, Stephen?
Well, we are self-sustaining. We started this through a seed funding from a philanthropist. So they gave us the seed money to pay for the renovation work here and also the licensing fees. So from there on, we have been depending a lot on sales from workshops, selling to corporate companies, and also the ticket sales from the public. Yeah, that's how we sustain. But of course, we want to get more donations coming in and then more support from the corporate companies so that we can continue to sustain and extend and bring this throughout our nation. Yeah.
Tell us about your experience in bringing your seeing eye dog to the mall. And then how has that developed? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's creating quite a lot of news. The guide dog, my last attempt was pavilion, and since then we have not been going. Yeah, but I guess now they notice me already when I come. But what was encouraging for us was that a few malls have already contacted me and said that if I want to visit, they are happy to host me and my guide dog, Leshawn, provided that I give them a call in advance. Say, for example, I want to visit, I have to call them 1 or 2 days before so that they can arrange it because they want a security or a concierge to follow me so that, you know, they can actually help us to ward off any unwanted attention from the public. Yeah.
Okay. Also, there have been at least one taxi driver who has who willingly said that he'll help anybody with a guide dog.
Yeah. Well, Leshawn is the first and only guide dog in Malaysia. At this point of time, there isn't any, but it's very encouraging for me to hear this call from this taxi driver, and I think they are starting a campaign this Sunday at 1U, if I'm not mistaken. It's about doing a forum there about the discussion on Muslims touching dogs. Yeah. And the taxi driver is going to be there, and I hope I can be there as well.
It's amazing why yours is the only seeing eye dog, right? Because overseas I see so many.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it training facility or?
Well, sadly, I don't know why, but only 2 years ago that I did some research on guide dogs, and I found out that in Malaysia there's none. And when I checked with the blind agencies, they said it's impossible to do it here in Malaysia because we are a Muslim nation. That's what they told me. But I felt, no, that should be the way, because this is like helping the visually impaired. It's proven all over the world already. So why not Malaysia? So it took me quite a while, nearly 2 years, to be able to find a willing partner from China to help us start the guide dog school in Malaysia. So I brought Leshawn in because I wanted to dialogue with all the relevant authorities about the use of guide dog, because Guide Dog Federation, which governs all the guide dog school in all over the world, they're very strict in working with any particular group or nation that wants to bring in guide dog school, because they want to make sure that the accessibility issue in that nation is permissible for guide dogs and their owners to go around. So at this point of time, sadly, our Malaysian law has not gadgeted for this at all. In fact, we are still, the animal rights and a lot of all those laws are still pre-independent days. So there's always been a call for them to change that. And that's what I do right now with my guide dog, to actually advocate for that social inclusion, so that we can be allowed to go to all public places. Yeah.
So this guide dog school, is that going to be a reality soon?
Hopefully. We're praying hard for it, so we are looking forward in 2 years. That's what our target is. As we dialogue with the authorities, we want to start the school. It will take us a couple of years to even get the government to endorse it, but we are willing to wait. But at the same time, we're not going to stop. We're going to go ahead to bring in the next batch of 4 guide dogs. We are now in the process of interviewing some of the visually impaired friends already, including a few Muslim friends. So then when that is settled, they come in, and together with me we will go around continuing on this education about guide dog, and at the same time hoping to get donors to give us a piece of land or a building to start the school. Yeah.
Could you just ask how much did
Leshawn? Well, Leshawn, and for us with the principal in China, which is the Nanjing Police Dogs Academy, we have a working arrangement. It's 250,000 Malaysian, $250,000 ringgit. It's not just Leshawn, but in total 5 guide dogs plus the consultancy on starting up the guide dog school, plus the breeding skills as well. So it's a package, and the dogs will be given free to the blind people. We don't charge. All over the world, guide dogs are given free to the blind, and that's what we do. But between the NGOs and the non-profit organization, there has to be a fee collected. It actually costs, on the average, US 30,000 to train a guide dog. So in a way, the China Nanjing Police Dogs Academy is also subsidizing this campaign with us here. Yeah. I mean, it's at the end of the day, I think it's all about empathy for the visually impaired socially, because at the end of the day, the guide dog is just a tool. It's his companion to help him do whatever he wants, just like any normal person.